Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the secrets to mastering cash flow for your e-commerce business. My name is Jacob Curtis. I'm a CPA, certified profit first professional, and a business coach. I started Curtis Accounting Solutions to remove the stress of doing bookkeeping, payroll, and taxes, and to provide practical business advice that helps e-commerce stores piece together financial freedom. I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's episode, so please remember to leave a comment. Let me know what you think of what I'm sharing, and remember to like, share, and subscribe. So running a business involves juggling a lot of different financial aspects, and it's easy to get lost in the complexities of revenue and expenses and cash flow. Today, I'm going to dive into the profit first methodology. It's a transformative and a great approach that prioritizes profit, aka cash flow, to ensure long-term financial health and stability. So what is profit first? I'm sure you've heard of it, but what is it? It was created by Mike Michalowicz in his book, Profit First. It's a financial management system that really flips the traditional accounting kind of the thinking on its head. Instead of using the formula sales minus expenses equals profit, Profit First advocates for sales minus profit equals expenses. This shifts and ensures that you have profit, and that is prioritized from the start. Instead of hoping that you have profit left over, it shifts the focus to making sure you have profit. So let's break down some of the core principles. Number one is to prioritize profit. You allocate a percentage of your income to your profit and the other aspects of the business before covering any of the other expenses. Number two, a key aspect is having multiple accounts. We use multiple bank accounts to segment the funds for different purposes for things like profit or emergency funds, taxes, owner's pay, and operating expenses. You can also branch that out into other categories as well. Another key aspect is it helps you to control your spending. By limiting the funds available for your expenses, your business is now forced to operate more efficiently, more innovatively, more frugally. Another key aspect is regular profit distributions, making sure that you as the owner are getting paid for your hard work. By regular distributing your profits to the owners, you're going to reinforce that habit of prioritizing profit. So why is profit first so important? Prioritizing profit creates a buffer that protects your business from financial instability. It encourages sustainable growth, reduces financial stress, and builds a strong financial foundation. Now that you understand kind of those core principles and the importance of profit first, let's talk about how to implement it into your business. The first thing you want to do is figure out what your current financial situation is. So step one, assess your current financial situation. Start by analyzing your current financial statements to understand your revenue, your expenses, and your profit margins. Number two is to set up your bank account. Create separate bank accounts for each of the different accounts and for each of those purposes. So the accounts I recommend are, at a bare minimum, are the income account, where all of the revenue from all your payments from your customers are going to be deposited. And then you're going to use that income account as kind of like the serving tray to the other and the rest of the accounts. The next account is the profit accounts, where we're going to set aside some money for profit for an emergency fund for paying down debt. Then we have the tax accounts, which is reserved for paying your tax obligations at the end of the year. We have the owner's compensation account, which is to pay for the owner. And then we have the operating account, which is to pay for all the other daily expenses of the business. Once you have those set up, you're going to determine your allocation percentages, how much you're going to be transferring based on percentages, which you've done historically. So based on your current financial situation, we're going to determine the percentages of income to allocate to each of the accounts. Start with small percentages and then adjust as your business grows over time. As you move from one stage to the next in business, in each quarter, evaluate how much you're allocating to each of these accounts and each of these funds and adjust those to stretch your business and make it more profitable and make it grow as your business as you want it to. The next thing is getting into a rhythm and regularly transferring and allocating those funds. On the 10th and 25th of every month, you can also do it weekly if you're in a really tight cash crunch, or I like to follow the payroll every 2 weeks, every other Friday, consistently transferring those funds that have accumulated in the income account to those other designated accounts based on your percentages. This should be done on a regular basis. You want to monitor and adjust as time goes along. Every quarter is when I recommend that you review the percentages that you're currently using, review what you've done historically, and see if you need to make any adjustments. And if you need to tweak the system a little bit, I recommend making sure that you're at least adjusting your percentages each quarter in a favorable view, making sure that you're not overspending in certain areas of the business and that you're not undersaving in other areas. Let's address some of the common challenges that come up with Profit First. One of those is the resistance to change. So starting with those small steps, gradually increase those percentages allocated to the profit and other accounts. Now you may be thinking, I don't want all those accounts. So let's start off with just one account. Let's start off with the profit account and start allocating 1% of your revenue to that profit account. Now, if you can't run your business on 99% of what you were running it on, then we have a bigger problem and more questions that we need to address. Another issue is the cash flow issues, just like I was talking about. Begin with lower percentage issues so that you don't put too much stress on your operating budgets, right? We want to start with a lower percentage and increase those over time. Once a quarter, we want to adjust your percentages. So start off with where you're at today, where you've historically been over the last 12 months, and then slowly over the next quarter, you will adjust what you're transferring into the profit account and the other accounts by small percentages each quarter. Number 3 is really maintaining that discipline. Set up automatic transfers so that they can automatically be transferred. Relay Financial is the official banking platform of Profit First. You're able to go in there and set up automatic transfers based on percentages to those other accounts. That's probably one of the biggest things you can do is maintain that discipline. And when hard times come up, because when you first start out, it's probably going to be a pretty bumpy ride to start out with, but you can get through it as you learn that system and really rely on it. You can really turn your business around. I know that's what we did in our store. I use this in my business and for many of my clients, and it really does turn the business around and point you towards maintaining your cash flow and growing that cash flow. Real life success stories, like for my mom, her using that Profit First system within 18 months of turning around her struggling business to really have a great startup, a great business now, really speaks for themselves. And start today by assessing your current financial situation, setting up your accounts, and consistently allocating those funds. You can learn more at my website at curtisaccountingsolutions.com, and I'll be more than happy to talk with you about that. You can also download the 5 strategies at jacobcurtiscpa.com/5 strategies, where you can get a great perspective on the Profit First. This is one of those strategies that we use to really turn around business and make sure that the profit is there. Profit First can transform your business and help you achieve that long-term financial stability that you're looking for. If you have any questions or need assistance with managing your company's finances, don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help you and piece together that financial freedom in your business. Schedule a call with me by going to jacobcurtiscpa.com/5-strategies-calendar to get started. And remember to follow me, Jacob Curtis CPA, and Curtis Accounting Solutions on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you all soon.